Hey, can I talk about a TikTok that bothered me? So this guy recently made a TikTok where he talked about how, in light of the accusations of abuse against Justin Roiland, how he really didn't contribute all that much to the show.
Roiland rarely ever fucking writes on the actual show. So I'm going to show you guys who has written the highest reviewed episodes from every season.
I won't play the entire thing here, but the gist is Justin Roiland didn't write all of the famous episodes of the show. He only wrote 6, and because of this, the TikToker claims he's not really responsible for the goodness of the show, and him being forced away from it doesn't really matter all that much.
In fact, for the entire run of Rick and Morty, Roiland has only written 5 episodes, and 2 of them were interdimensional cable, which is just everyone in the show sort of bullshitting. This man's contributions to the show were, yes, the creation of the concept of the characters, and then shit like people named Flibby Nibbles. Rick and Morty will be fine without Roiland on board. Shut the fuck up.
This TikTok has done really well. You know, it's been seen by a lot of people. And I want to start off here by saying that I do understand where it's coming from. It's certainly true that Justin Roiland is not the only talented person who works on Rick and Morty. And to sort of cynically say that the show has absolutely no reason to exist now and that all these people are doing nothing because Justin Roiland is gone is a bit insulting and rude. I don't know how good the show is going to be in the absence of Justin Roiland. To be honest, the show's been getting worse and worse for a while now anyway, but I'm fundamentally completely fine with them continuing the show. I'm curious where it goes. I'm curious who they're going to cast as Rick and Morty. That said, I think this TikTok kind of does more harm than good in some ways, and suggests a way of looking at Justin Roiland and creative people who are abusive in a way that I just find unproductive. So it is absolute nonsense what this guy is saying, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. No, Justin Roiland did not write all the most acclaimed episodes of Rick and Morty, but that doesn't mean he's not extremely instrumental to the show. Justin Roiland created Rick and Morty, imparted on it its visual and comedic style. He constantly adds improvisational comedy to the show. He wrote 5 episodes of the show, and he voices the show's 2 main characters. Justin Roiland is a huge part of Rick and Morty. And I guess I find the desire to downplay this information kind of problematic. Abusers don't have to be talentless. Abusers aren't aliens. Abusers can be smart and funny and talented and charismatic because they're just people. I was a huge fan of Rick and Morty in the first 2-ish seasons of the show, and that means that I liked Justin Roiland, and that fundamentally is normal. It doesn't help anybody to pretend that abusers are this entirely different class of humans who can't possibly do things that make us smile and that we enjoy. Justin Roiland is a talented artist. Justin Roiland had a huge part to play in an extremely successful cartoon, and Justin Roiland was charged for abuse. And I think that in the long run, it's better to just live with those 3 facts living side by side than to sort of pretend that that's impossible. I think the really telling moment of that TikTok is where he says all Justin Roiland did was name characters things like Flibby Nibbles. Oh, you mean that funny thing? Naming a character Flibby Nibbles made me laugh, gave me a chuckle, all right? It's the essence of the show, naming characters Flibby Nibbles. It sucks that he's an abuser.